Guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to Follow a Sketch February for day 10. Today I'm going to be using a sketch created for Basic Gray by Jana Eubank. I'm using my Secret Not Secret Kit Club kit and scrapbooking this great photo of some cinnamon rolls. So here are the papers and let's see what I can do. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is take this chevron paper and cut out some chevrons. Now for some reason this is just really appealing to me lately. It seems like every time I have a chevron I cut it out, and I think it's because I want to have a little bit more excitement on my page besides squares. I enjoy shapes and fun, and I think that that is what is making me cut out my chevrons. And this one in particular is reminding me of Charlie Brown. Now I know that he is a yellow shirt with black chevron stripy thing going on, but it still reminds me of Charlie Brown. So I went ahead and cut these down, and I'm going to save those two larger triangle shapes. I am not going to save the little teeny pieces, just to see what I can do with those on another layout. And I'm just kind of eyeballing to figure out where I should cut the next chevron piece. I obviously want, well, maybe not obviously, to me, obviously I want my photo to be within the confines of the chevron, so I don't want the photo overlapping any of the deep V's. So I've got my paper all set here. Now I just need to trim off that branding strip there. And I'm going to layer this yellow chevron right on top of this bold floral paper. And this is a good way to tone down some of those papers that you think are maybe a little too bold for your style, or just a little something is weird with them, where you're like, what am I going to do with this? Cover it up. Let little bits peek out the side of it. And I really like how this big patterned floral peeks out underneath of the yellow chevrons. Now for this paper, what I'm going to do is trim it so that my photo is actually on two of the green stripes. So what I did was trim off just the very edge to give my green stripe at the top, and then just position the photo so that the stripe on the bottom was green as well. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down, and as you can see, nothing on that dips into those chevron valleys, which is what I was going for. Now, this 6x6 piece of paper has gone under many changes throughout this layout, and you'll be able to see them shortly. But it does not happen the original way I thought it was going to happen. I thought I was going to be literally scrapbooking the sketch, and it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. And that's okay. So I know that I'm going to use the word sweet because hello, cinnamon buns, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with them yet. Now, I'm thinking this can layer on there. Great. This is on here. I'm just going to figure out what I want to do with these other letters from my Secret Not Secret Kit Club to make a complete title. Now, many times I make titles that are almost backwards. Like the title of this is going to be Cinnamon Sweet, but normally I guess people would think of sweet cinnamon. However, cinnamon nestles on the top of sweet and not the bottom, so that's why it's going there. Many times my titles change because I am nestling letters, and while I was writing out cinnamon with these stickers, it just looked wrong. Do you ever do that, where you're just scrapbooking away and you're getting ready to write a word with a pen, or you're getting ready to put some stickers down or letter stickers, and you're like, that just doesn't look right, like something is wrong with it. But you know, it doesn't. It's the correct spelling. Didn't look like it to me, but it was the correct spelling. And then everything I tried to do, I just didn't like this. It just wasn't working for me. And I'm going to stare at it a second. And I'm like, no, I gotta do this. Like, should I bring in this? No, I should not bring in that. I was really struggling with this because I thought for sure I had it down. When I saw the sketch and those rectangles on the side of the photo, I knew I was going to use This Makes Me Smile. I just knew it. Didn't work out. So I decided to give up on that and then grab some scraps from my scrap folders and just add those vertical elements that are between the title and the photo. And I found this piece of paper that pretty much matched the color of the red flowers. And I was like, this is going to work. Okay, I'm bringing this color in. That's working for me. And then I just had to flip through and figure out what else I was going to use here. I didn't want to layer up another green or another black, so I found this scrap of gold foil paper with white hearts, and I thought, you know what? This will work. We'll just thin this down a little bit and get it layered on there, and it'll work. And sure enough, I'm happy with the way that turned out. So I'm just layering those two little strips against each other. And then I have to figure out how I'm going to fit the title in. Like, where is it going to overlap, or is it going to tuck under? And I'm just trying to figure out which way looks the best. And then I realize that my letters are a little bit funky, so I go ahead and straighten them out a bit. And then I decide tucking under is going to be the best. However, This Makes Me Smile still is not, it's not doing the thing I wanted it to do. It's driving me crazy. So I decided to take my title and go ahead and have it go all the way to the edge of the page here. And then I'm going to mess around with This Makes Me Smile for a good hunk of time. It's frustrating me because it's not going the way I see it in my head. So what I end up doing is taking the two pieces that say This Makes and Me Smile and cutting them up into individual words. So This Makes Me and Smile are all in their own word block, basically, because as you can see, I just struggled with fitting it. For some reason, it just would not work for me. I could totally see it in my mind. I could see the title, I could see it working together, but once I actually tried to get it out of my head and down on paper, I knew it wasn't going to work. Now, Me is thinner than Makes and Smile, and instead of me trimming down Makes and Smile some more, I just decided to leave it as a thinner word. I mean, it's a smaller word, so I guess in my mind at the moment I was thinking it was okay for it to be thinner. So obviously I got rid of this, and instead of some vertical blocks, we have some horizontal blocks. And like I said, I'm okay with that. And now I'm just trying to figure out where exactly the blocks should go to make the most sense. And now I'm thinking it needs a little bit of fun and pizzazz. So I take the branding strip off the 6x6 paper pad. And I trimmed a very thin amount just to connect Makes and Me, and also to cover up kind of the glaringly obviousness that Me is smaller than the other ones. Now, I really liked how that green heart nestled in there under Cinnamon Sweet. It really works for me. And like I've said before, I love it when I can put little bits and pieces to nestle in where they look like they're getting ready to cuddle. Now I pulled out these Illustrated Faith enamel hearts, and I had received these in a previous Secret Not Secret Kit Club kit, and I felt that the color just went great with it. And I just decided to overlap a little heart here. And I'm like, yes, this is coming along nicely. Where else should I put these hearts? Then I decide that I'm going to do a scattering of hearts up here just to bring that orangey red color over to this side of the page. And I'm really liking this. And then that one green heart kind of makes me feel weird, so I take it out and put in one of the enamel hearts. Like I said, for some reason it was just making me feel weird, and I don't know why. So now it's just a matter of figuring out exactly where I want these hearts to be. And getting them down. Now I'm just pushing down everything to kind of keep that adhesive closed. And this is where my husband brought me something to try. I mean, I eat a lot when I scrapbook, evidently. It's a little bit spicy, so that didn't work for me. I put it down across the table so he could have it. And now I'm just trying to figure out what other little thing I can add to this just to give it a little bit more of a pizzazz, because this is definitely going to be a layout that is not embellished as much, but I wanted to add something. So I pulled off these little arrows from the Vicky Bouton sticker sheet, and I'm going to leave them plain white. I'm not going to color them. And I really like, it just adds that little pop that I think this page needed. So now it's just a matter of figuring out, do I want to mat this paper or not? So I pulled out my gold paper pad that I bought at Michael's, and I'm just trying to see if there's something that would work where I could mat this layout, because I felt like it kind of needed a mat and then decided no, it actually didn't. So I just went ahead and added my journaling, and then once the journaling is finished, that is going to wrap up this layout. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you all hanging out with me in February for Follow a Sketch February. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you want to say anything to me, you want to talk about anything at all, just go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you will not miss out on any of the Follow a Sketch February videos. And if you are playing along and you post your layouts online, please use that hashtag FASFEB 2018 for Follow a Sketch February 2018. Oh, I did forget, I did add a little bit of stamping down here, and then that is going to wrap up this layout. I will catch you guys tomorrow for another sketch process video.